Welcome back to the Art of War Chest, to the War Room.
The War Room.
You gotta give it a name.
I like
we're
that.
we're in the
I like
War
that.
Room, and we're looking at the Raccoon Cup 66.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
That was up to 728.
Yeah, I'm curious. Was that the rating at the time, or is that the rating now?
I think that's current.
Yeah. Wow, that's a high rating.
Damn.
I'm not sure if we're gonna what's the Raccoon Cup now is 69. I think that's up.
I actually don't recall.
Yeah, that's the one I just saw registration for. I don't know if we'll ever catch up, but we'll just pick up wherever we are and do a couple.
Oh, I think we'll be able to catch up.
We got to get the Raccoon Cups come faster than we cast.
I mean, they shouldn't, but we just haven't been able to cast much lately.
All right, we got Azhawa, we got EleaTyrell, we got a couple of French. Last one was 2 Chinese.
No, it's French.
Now we got 2 Frenchies. I think that's cute when you have these kind of clashes. All right, what do we got? We got the Berserker. Is there.
Redeploy, reinforce, sacrifice. Berserker's there. We got redeploy, scout. Mercenary's always strong.
We got Berserker. We got Pikemen to counter. We got Cavalry to soft counter. Cavalry kind of counters everything.
EleaTyrell, banning first, picking first.
Yeah. All right. Well, so I'm first. I want to ban Pikemen. That forces the ban on Berserker.
I think you ban...
And then I get to get Mercenary.
I say you ban either Mercenary or Scout, assuming they're going to ban Berserker, and you take either Mercenary or Scout. I think that's my play.
Mercenary or Scout? You going to first pick Scout here?
Scout redeploy?
First pick Scout.
I would.
That's too high.
Well, then ban it. If you don't want
That's
it, ban
too high.
it.
Well, you... Ban Scout. You're really going on Scout right now.
I love Scout redeploy. This is one of those matchups though where if you are a second ban,
okay,
and they didn't ban Berserker first, you could leave Berserker potentially for like a Mercenary Scout combo, maybe Mercenary Herald combo, maybe even Herald Scout combo. It's possible. I probably still wouldn't, but
well. What a guy. Bans the Herald.
Bans the Herald, okay.
That's a good one. I like that ban.
Sure.
Now I expect a Berserker ban. Wow. Azhawa. She's with you.
I mean, I appreciate that.
Loves that Scout.
I appreciate that.
So the thinking here is Ella picks Berserker as the obvious choice, then you get to pick Pikeman Mercenary.
Pikeman Mercenary, it would have to be.
As like a counter.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate it. I would never let the Berserker, I would just ban Berserker.
It's funny. I don't know if you watched it, but I sent a replay of a game I just played against Ailes. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
So I just played a game against Ailes where I had Berserker, she had Pikeman. And Pikeman was on the Berserker side. And I had Ensigns, and I also had March. So I was able to 5-stack it. But Pikeman never got one attack off on it. I just kept running away. And it got down to a very, very close matchup where, it was difficult for me to avoid the Pikeman. But the Pikeman never got one single hit, and eventually she 4-bolstered the Pikeman because the Pikeman just couldn't do anything late game when I was 5-stacked. Mm-hmm. So I agree with you. I mean, Pikeman is a good matchup against Berserker if you can force that matchup, but a lot of times you just don't have to force that matchup.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you have to face Berserker, you're happy to have Pikeman.
Yeah.
But you can ban Berserker here, so it's like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't love this, but...
Yeah, so Ella chooses Berserker. Mercenary Pikeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's going as planned. And Cavalry. Swordsman, a little surprised it's not Knight, but it's fine. Swordsman's fine. They're close. Okay. We are in Azhawa's shoes.
So this will be fun. We got a final where Berserker is in play.
Yeah. So Azhawa, we got... Well, with Lancer here,
mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm for sure going to go Mercenary and go right in his face. Mercenary all the way up. That's what I would do.
You mean, like, right now you'd be going to the point? Because, I mean, you could put Cavalry there and, like...
No, I would take Mercenary right here.
But what if he deploys Cavalry right there? And, like,
well, then I stop short and bolster. But, I mean... This is like snuff this.
It's soft.
Snuff him.
It's very soft. I get what you're saying.
Box him out. Let's go Merc. No, other side. That's not what I would do. I wouldn't do that. Well, it's weird to... I mean, what if he puts Berserker here? Or she?
I mean, you can do both Merc and
yeah, I guess you're
Pike
right.
on a side. I mean, the plan is probably to use the Marshal to recruit.
Oh, look at that. Mercenary just eating this right here, just feeding.
I mean, I think you use the Marshal to recruit the Merc and try to delay which side you're putting the pikeman on to see if the Zerker gets deployed here.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now I would go Pike here.
I don't know. I think you do the other side. I think you put it where the Lancer is. I mean, it's not that you don't really want him to be matched up against the Lancer because if he decides to go into Lancer now suddenly, that's really annoying.
Mm-hmm. Well, he just puts the Berserker by choice on the side of the pikeman.
Yeah,
that's a little wrong.
Alex is calling it. It's wrong.
Well, I mean, I don't know how bad this hand is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what he could. I mean,
I guess you just don't draw. You just have no cavalry. That's what happened, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I bet you I know the hand for sure. It's Zerker Swordsman coin, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, I guess.
He wanted to make sure the Zerker gets down.
Well, it could be Berserker coin too.
True.
Yeah, but no cavalry is the hand.
Yeah.
Any hand with no cavalry. Okay.
Berserker coin.
Yeah, I got it right, and you got it wrong. All right. Going on the outside with him, yeah, that's good because...
Yeah, you want Merc to be able to explode in the middle.
You want active Merc.
Okay, we both got it wrong.
Had the cavalry. Just chose to bolster it off and put Berserker on Pikeman's side. Well, it's unorthodox, but, there's still plenty of room to move, so it's not like a huge deal.
That's really interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, I would much rather... I guess, like, if you put cavalry here, then the Merc can come and get it. That's kind of what it is, right? Like, if you put him here or here to get him off, then the Merc can just go and grind it up.
Yeah, but
so it would have to move it here.
It would take all of its movements, and if you have a bolstered... Like, if you put Zerk in behind the cav and bolstered it and just recruited one Zerk, then, it's one way away from killing the mercenary. I don't know, it's...
Right.
I don't mind the bolster of the cav, I guess, but that's...
Well, it should have, I would move it here and then put the Berserker here. And that really defends the spot with the Berserker. So you recruit the Chib.
Yeah.
And you're far away from the Pike. Well, that's fine. It's fine. It's interesting what people are thinking.
I love it.
I'd like it if they're watching the video, they can comment what their thoughts are. Like,
please do.
I would like... To me, it seems obvious to deploy the Berserker opposite the Pike. But I wonder what you just no fear there. Come get me, Pikeman.
It's like that's what they wanted.
Maybe Ailes told them about the game with you, and they're like, that Pikeman's nothing. Actually, just walk away from him.
Well, EleaTyrell is Ailes' sister, so.
Swordsman comes out. Marshall's probably going to get bolstered off pretty quick. Yeah.
Going into Zerker.
Bolster first. Sure, that's fine. Bolster off. So we're going like small bag Berserker here. I mean, that's fine.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong
with it.
Pikeman getting beefed. Good. Okay. Berserker enforcement. Knight moves up one. Love it. Do you bolster Pikeman first or just move him around?
I would probably just move it. I mean, if... Like, the target is usually... You want to get, 2 kills on a Zerker. I mean, obviously, if you can kill it off, that's amazing. But, the difference between a 4-stacked and a 2-stacked Zerk is so different.
This is if you moved instead of bolstering. This makes it really annoying a little bit. Well, not really annoying, but now you got to move. You move your... Well,
I get what you're saying.
So now this line is lanced.
Yep.
So now you're going to move up here, and then Lancer could do a very favorable trade, I would say. Whereas if you moved instead, now you can counter move by going up here or going here. Either way is good, but now it's kind of annoying for you. as a pikeman user. I mean, you just go here, I suppose, now and chill, but that made it a little bit more awkward because you want to pressure the that's kind of a waste. You want to get in there, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right, so we got a relatively tight bag with berserkers right now.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start stuffing something in that Zerker's face, like, real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to start bolstering everything that you got. The times that I've lost with Zerker, it's usually because I have some, like, Royal Guard shoving in my face or three full bolstered things coming at me.
So we're going small bag pikemen, who we bolstered off the Merc. I like this 3-bag Merc, this 3-stack.
Yeah, no, that's attractive.
It's very handsome. Okay. Do we control with Knight or bolster the Knight?
I think we control.
This is bolstered off. Potentially, the Knight could actually get his butt over here. That wouldn't be horrible. Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Cavalry being activated.
Right away.
Controlled with the Knight, like you planned. Yeah, we got Lancer, Berserker. Okay, Lancer's done.
Yeah, knew that.
He's done. Pikeman, now we'll control probably. And await the Berserker's move, which will probably move once. Right? Move once up.
I mean, I like a 4-stack.
Yeah, sure, 4-stack's fine too. Now we got a very small bag. Cavalry, Berserker, coin.
I think you just got to go straight up here.
Yeah, because in case a Lancer shows up, you don't want to be in his line. Okay. So the pikeman's where you want him to be, although now the Berserker can just go over here.
He's got a double draw, which is good. I mean, this is a good spot. I like this for Azhawa because
he can take this. If Berserker abandons his point, he can take it easily.
I mean, look how fast he's. Look how quickly he could win.
Yeah, take this point.
He or she could win. I never remembered. I never think I found out Azhawa's gender. So yeah, I mean, if if the pikeman moves on to the point and doesn't get killed, then it takes the point and then recruits a mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
yeah, this is really a victories within. Azhawa's qualified for the win right now. That means that means the win is visible to all of the resources we have. So how does Ella combat this?
This is where...
Well, so I mean, just trading out for the pikeman is there. And that shuts it down.
Trading out shuts it down. It's gross.
I mean, what else?
You actually can't... Can you even trade it out right now? So hold on. You go down to 4, go down to 3 and 2. Yeah, so you'd be down to 1 ship if you went on the point and killed both pikes. If he moves the pike on, you'd be down to 2 by killing both, right?
I mean, you could wait for a long... He could delay for the last
move.
Oh,
yeah. I definitely think he delays.
Yeah, so you can move the cav and then pass, and then the last chip. Then you save yourself movement.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's... I mean, we'll see it, right? We're doing it last, so we'll see what happens. So
I just want to say already, I think you're starting... And I know the cav's activated now. I think you're starting to see that lack of pressure on that cav point. Because let's say the cav was close to that point.
Yeah.
Perhaps even, like 1 away, or I don't think it'd be on it yet, but if it was like 1 away, this is where, that's where Zerk shines, where you can move onto a point or something like that, where it's like in one burst you're close to finishing.
Yeah.
But needing to take 3 points is like, I think this is too slow already.
Yeah, too slow on that Berserker, huh? Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean,
cavalry moves up. Pass with
ship. You also wouldn't need to worry about this if Zerker was on the other side.
Yeah. We're going to pass with the coin? Or what?
What do we have here? Sacrifice, reinforce, redeploy.
Nothing yet.
I think you go on it right now.
I guess coin to Merc, right? Coin Merc move.
I think you go on it right now.
Oh, with pikeman?
Yeah.
Just baiting the trade?
Well, bait the trade, and if he doesn't do anything yet, you take it, and then
Oh yeah, you just win then. So he's got it. He's moving.
He's doing the rope-a-dope that I did.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so he's doing that. Oh, doesn't go for the control. That's fine, I suppose. He's gearing.
I mean, I would just go back towards the Zerker.
I'm wondering if he should have controlled here or not. Because that's a coin.
He can't miss the Zerk, and he can't win yet.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right.
But I mean, it's not a guaranteed loss.
It's very close.
It's close, but it's not a loss.
Controlled. Passes with coin. And then Mercenary goes on the point. Passes. Okay. I mean, sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can always get back to it.
Yeah.
Now the knight looking worse.
Yeah.
Now we got an active...
Knight. I mean, if you move knight, you're just making food for Cav, so you obviously bolster it off.
Yeah.
Shove it down the throat again. Yeah. Now is the real tough spot because you got to control, and you can't even clean out pikemen right now.
Control. And pass.
He probably has 2 Zerker chips.
Mm-hmm. So now you attack.
You absolutely take the hit. Yeah, you kill when you can.
Now we do Berserker.
I'm gonna point something out right now, just in case this does happen.
Okay.
At this point, oh man, it's close. So I mean, obviously, like Mercenary is still poised to do some quick action, but you have that Cav there to probably secure your own point, for sure. If this goes to a late game, where we have Knight, Mercenary, and Marshal, because I'm assuming Zerker starts countering out pikemen.
Yeah.
If you have Mercenary, Knight, Marshal against Cav, Swordsman, and that Lancer, I actually like the Cav, Swordsman, Lancer in this situation.
Sure.
So at this point, I would definitely be okay with just trading the Zerk out. It's actually going to be hard to trade this Zerk out evenly, but I'm okay with it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you're positioned well enough. If you recruit maybe a Swordsman here.
L is reinforcing.
The Zerk?
A Berserker, yeah.
I feel like it's almost too late for that.
Well, hit a coin, right?
I feel like getting into Swordsman would have been juicy. Or even a second Cav.
Yeah, that would have been juicy, you're right. You're right. Double pikemen. This is the ideal. I mean,
what do you do here?
This is a dream. Well, I guess we're in small bag pike, so that's what we're at.
No, I mean, yeah, but like as Elia, why? I mean, you're just wasting. I understand, but like, this is why I wanted you to get out of Zerk right now and start into Swordsman or something.
Do we just recruit the Berserker? Okay.
Yeah, I think this is just a big mistake.
Get hit again. He's just stalling him.
But he needs to have some sort of plan.
Passed. Yeah, man. It's pikeman all the way down.
Yeah. I mean, this game's over.
Got a lot of speed bumps. Berserker relegated to speed bump. Can you believe it?
But it hasn't traded for one. There's still full pikemen, and that's going to beat the swordsman too.
Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, plenty of speed bumps. Passed. Okay. Now we got it's small bag cavalry versus small bag pikemen now.
I mean, there's redeploy, so like I guess he can shove the swordsman over there.
It's the mercenary can just activate though.
I'm just saying, like, I guess he can delay them taking the point, but like you're just. Wait, what? No redeploy?
what the heck? I mean, it definitely had the coin, right?
Game over?
Well, Azhawa's not on... Well, yeah, I mean, the mercenary is...
It's just game over. Why not redeploy?
I guess that was a miss. Because that's game with that move. Yeah, redeploy sword would have been...
I mean, it was totally bleak, but like, yeah.
That must have just been a miss. It could have been... it had to be swordsman. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that would have saved the game from losing. Yeah. That's one of those things, like, how do you not lose?
Wow.
There it is.
Okay.
Pikeman saves the day.
Well, after we talked about in the beginning that Pikeman isn't the best answer. I mean, choosing to put Berserker on the side of Pikeman, don't like that.
Yeah.
At all. I think when you realize that you're going to have to face the Pikeman, you got to trade out for the Pikeman.
Yeah, you got to trade out.
You have to.
That was up here when instead of doing the trade, moved around.
Yeah. So what should have happened?
It just would have been trade.
Aside from it gets way too theoretical if you're going to think, okay, what happens? You put the Zerk on the other side. How does this game play out? We're never going to know. Once the pikeman stepped onto the point right there, with the pikeman and coin in hand, that's when you gotta kill both pikes.
Yeah,
you have to.
You got to do it.
It sucks, but you got to do it. It's gonna set up your later game. So I mean, if you kill 2 Zerks, you're gonna get to reinforce 1 back. Theoretically, you're still running with 4 Zerks, and then maybe you can find a way to get that last pikeman killed with a swordsman or the cav. But like, you got stuck.
And I do think that it's important to look at when that's happening. Like the pikeman was way up here. So you're defensively killing him.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did have that controlled. I think, right?
Not yet, because the... Oh, yeah, they did, yeah.
So, I mean, you're right. They would have...
Oh, because they could deploy here?
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
I mean, you're right, though.
It's good value, because the pikeman moved all the way up here.
Yeah.
And you just kill him.
Well, then you have to spend 1 pikeman to place it.
Yeah.
And then 1 pikeman to move it, and it's still not even threatening your Zerker. And by that point, you can have swordsmen recruited. That's one of those situations where you don't want to be fighting the pikeman directly, but if you have to, you have to.
Yeah.
You just have to. You can't just let it...
You can't save Berserker forever.
No.
At some point. I mean, you can if he was on maybe a different place, but once the pikeman got you, then you got to just go.
You just got it.
You got to let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. But that's something I remember us learning that before we've ever played online digitally, when we were starting to play this game here, the board game version. That's something that I realized really quickly is like, there are units that you're like, oh man, I hope that I don't want to lose any of these units the whole game, it's my best unit, and you would just try not to get it killed instead of trying to actually play the game. And I mean, Zerker's one of the prized units to have, but you can't deny the right play just because you want to keep it. Sometimes the right play is getting rid of it.
Yep, the units are just resources for winning the game.
Yeah.
The units aren't the game.
Yeah, and then this is something I would love to talk about if we ever get the fucking podcast going.
Oh, the podcast.
But I've thought about this a lot where so let's say you have a game. I mean, the Zerker one's a little bit different because you need to be able to slow that Zerker down. You got to shove that pikeman. But let's say you have something like pikeman versus war priest, right? And you have the war priest, they have the pikeman.
Like our last Raccoon Cup.
Yeah, and you know they want to fucking get that pikeman up in your war priest. What's in those situations, especially if I see them deploy first, or even if I don't and I have to place the warrior priest, let's say I have a marshal too or something, just fucking any unit, I don't care, a marshal, a footman. There's no difference between going into footman first and shoving that down the pikeman's throat, and then saving the warrior priest. I guess what I'm saying is sometimes when you draft a really good unit, you don't have to go all the way into it first to get the value out of it, especially if there's a direct counter to it. Pikeman does nothing other than negate what you're fighting against. So use your worst unit against it. If you can buy the time, if you're not in a rush, don't go into your best unit first. Shove anything else into it. obviously there's units like Earl, or something like that speed things up where you have to try to catch them. But Pikeman is just a slow-moving unit that attacks normally.
Just a slow guy.
Yeah, just a slow guy.
Chase him down.
Yeah. Maybe he could have gone into Swordsman first. And then fought the Pikeman. Save the Zerker.
Yep.
Because the Zerker would kill the late game in this one. There's no late games at all.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting to talk about how Azhawa chose to not ban Pikeman. As Berserker. And
it worked out.
And felt so confident. He's like, yeah, take Berserker. I'll just take Pikeman.
It worked out.
It did work out. I think it was,
Yeah, I don't think it was played the best, but...
everything went his way, right? He got Pikeman on the right side. Mm-hmm. He got Pikeman all the way up there, bolstered, in a threatening position.
Did everything right, you can say, too.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, that was that in a normal draft, I definitely would have banned Berserker.
And I'm on you. And like I said, I've gotten pretty comfortable playing quick things against Zerker. Like if there's Zerker Mercenary Scout or Zerker Mercenary Light Cavalry, I'll leave them the Zerker and take Mercenary Light Cavalry, something like that. I feel good about that. I don't want to play Pikeman against Zerker. I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, I don't either. It's something you must do, but don't go for it.
Yeah,
it's not like a bait and switch.
I would love to have Azhawa's confidence.
Yeah, crazy. All right, well, hey, why don't you like and subscribe,
please,
and leave a comment.
Yeah,
and we'll be back soon with some more commentary.
And remember to leave us videos to review. I've seen a couple comments saying that people really like the channel, but I think I've only seen one video suggestion.
Yeah, send us videos and requests like, hey, what did I do wrong? That'd be good. I do that to myself.
Yeah,
I'm always bugging Mitch about where I misplayed. Those are fun to look at. All right, well, we're off. See you next time.
Thanks, everybody.